We are at Paintball Action Games. We're about to start a game of 3 flag territories with the addition of respawn, which means players who are shot out.
Damn, can I stop tripping over shit?
Players who are shot out return to the starting point and just reinsert back into the game. The games usually last about 7 minutes long. Now, the idea of a respawn game is so that players can play more aggressively, and the idea behind this 3 flag territory game is to force the players out into battle by making them attack these territories. So the way it works is there's a territory flag.
He's out. Get him out of there.
Get
him out of there, Aaron.
There are territory flags that are spread out across the 50-yard line. One on the left side of the field, one in the very middle of the field, one towards the right side of the field, but all running down the 50. And those territory flags are claimed by
one in there.
Either side. So if you're on, let's say, the blue team or red team, and the blue is standing in for our color on the flag station.
Respawn.
We pulled the opposing flag down, which raises our flag to the top. So you raise your flag and you claim the territory.
I had somebody asking me to take their picture.
All right, so there's Aaron the ref giving me a hard time. And I'm slowly making my way up. I'm trying not to be a dominant force.
What color am I?
But
Blue or green?
I should have recognized that I should have come out hard. You see that guy moving into that flag station past that flag?
Okay,
He's
got him in the head.
walking out. And as he comes back, I get him again. So I get a little confident here.
Right in the head. He's got to walk. It's in the head.
I get a little confident here thinking, hey, no problem. I'm going to be taking these guys out left and right. It's going to be shooting practice. You know, just a little bit of target practice of players who... But somebody gets me right in the head in this bunker in a moment and sends me back. And I can only assume that it was somebody in that bunker to the left there that is shooting through the bunker, not popping up out of it. So without being able to see them at all, they just, this is the guy who I just shot at. Coming back, I shoot him again. Which lends to the, I guess, the hubris that I'm carrying here, thinking there's nobody else over there. So as I'm standing there, you're going to see my head take a little... There it is.
Nice shot! Holy shit!
Now, you tell me, where did that shot come from? The left or the right? I mean, my head was behind that tree.
Nice shot.
So my mental model is, as I return to battle, is I'm going to use teammates to gauge where the free space is, where shots should not be coming from. And using that logic, I should be able to determine where my opponents are without seeing them. And guess what? It doesn't work in this case. So I'm going to tag up, go back in. And again, this is a recreational paintball day. I have not been taking it too seriously. But my head now is thinking I'm going to go back and get this guy. And sadly, that does not happen for me. So you can see I'm passing a player here, taking it easy. I'm now running into a bunker as opposed to walking in earlier, as you can notice. Now see that player there to my left? If he is safe there, then you would assume that everything to the left of him, bang, I just got hit again, is a free lane. But I
got a second hit, motherfucker man.
I popped out my head a little too far, and I wasn't out long. This just goes to show, I mean, you don't have to be exposed for long.
Can't take it away from him.
And I don't take that shot away from whoever made it on me. I only want to acknowledge that I did not see who was shooting at me, and that is half your battle. If you can't see who's shooting at you, then you're giving them an advantage. There's a lesson to be learned there. All right, so at this point, my son calls.
Yeah, sure, okay, I'm on my way.
My son calls for help, and I'm thinking, well, I could go back up there and I could noodle around with these clowns on the front line and get some payback. But
I see him leaning.
But my son asks for help, and I give it to him. And I'm trying to I'm trying to confirm with him right now who it is.
White T-shirt.
And he's not answering me, so I can only assume the person that I'm looking at way up in the front line
is it a white T-shirt?
Is the opponent that's giving him a hard time. And what he's trying to do at this point is he's roping around the other team. He's trying to get around them. He's trying to pull one of my old moves while working down the right-hand side. And you can hear the ref saying this game is almost over. And we've kind of controlled the flag station. So by knowing that we've essentially won the game, I'm going to help him.
Are you always
take advantage of the other team?
All right, I see you now. You're way out there. I see you.
All right, so if you look to the right of me, that is going. There he goes. He's moving down. Well, he's actually further ahead of those guys. Straight to my north there.
Well, we got it right now,
is a swamp. And when it rains, that swamp fills up, and you have to work your way around it down the tape line and shoot across it to shoot at any players until you get to the back side of the very back corner of the field, and you'll have to work your way through that swamp to get around the back side of this other team. So I've effectively flanked the other team. I'm across the 50-yard line, across the 40, probably down about to the 30 on the other team's side. My son is to my far right on the other side of that swamp, and just to my forward right is this white t-shirt guy, and he's laying down shooting across the swamp at my son. So I'm going to go up there and try to shoot him for my son. So my son's off to that right where I'm looking at. I'm going to look back to the left. There's the guy laying down. I'm sorry, he's not laying down yet, he's running. You saw him move off in the distance there. Now there's the rest of the opposing team up there, up that hill.
You got one at your 12.
And I could go after the rest of the other team, or else I could help my son, and I opt to help my son. And he's calling 30 seconds, so at this point I'm thinking, I just need to shoot some people. So I'm going to move up on this guy as fast as I can because he's laying down. Put some shots on him. He ducks back into cover. I'm going to call for my son to tell him to put some shots on him. He runs off.
Don't get on him! He's moving! He's moving!
And now I'm going to run left and try to take advantage of two of these players that are exposed before the time runs out. So now I'm just looking for some payback. Having a little fun at the end of the game. There's the guy in white again. Back to the guys up the hill. And I'm going to shut down as soon as the ref says game's over. And there you go. A little game of respawn. This is what it's like playing in a recreational paintball game.
Okay.
Low-key environment. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned some things about paintball that you might not have realized before. Otherwise, look for another commentary soon.
It's too much for any man.